Hey, discern goddess, I'm glad I seen you and I can catch you to tell you this. I don't know what you doing, but you on fire, discern. I got 3 of them folks who's from Colorado, and they love you, mama. Shout out to the video where you said Shador giving you props to all the aunties out there. What if I tell you all the kings giving you props? Like, where I drop the ball is where beautiful queens like you pick it up. You definitely did a great job in picking it up on the news, breaking down information, anything pertaining to Colorado, anything like that. Where I slack, a fire mama like you definitely pick up. So I was waiting to see you too, because I know it's my fault. I don't go live a lot. I don't be on this internet like I used to a lot. I will change that. I will be here more. In fact, I want to be on your platform more. I ain't gonna lie, you popping, and this why I be telling I didn't tell Discern to follow the program. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. I'm proud of Discern because she knew for herself she can do this.
I want to address this new situation that has came up with the Job Corps Center. As you all know, we are in a new administration and there have been budget cuts all over the place. This has just been one of those um, areas that the government has cut budgets. So it said the graduation, hold on, it said, so there were very big budget cuts. So let's go into some content over here. Give me one moment. Let me pull it up. So a lot of us are familiar with Job Corps centers. Some of them may have never heard of a Job Corps center, and that's fine as well. So let me explain to you what Job Corps is. It's basically a training institution for young people 16 to 24 to go. They can get their GEDs or they can get certifications for trades, right? And or attend college. So, and Job Corps centers, from what I have been told, have been around for a very, 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 very long time. Peace, peace, Big Brian, welcome. And so, Job Corps, the long-standing federal program that has helped millions of young people gain job training, education, and career skills, has closed its doors nationwide. This was a shock for me. Now, a little known fact about me, I am a former Job Corps staff member. I worked at Job Corps for a while in Georgia. So I kind of have it's close to my heart because I still have students that contact me today to say, hey, and let me know what they're doing in their lives. So when I hear this, I'm shocked. I am shocked, y'all. I'm shocked. So let's read this brief caption. Let's read this brief caption. It says Job Corps program shuts down nationwide after decades of service. In a surprising and historic development, the Job Corps program, a federal initiative that has empowered millions of young Americans through job training, education, and career readiness, has officially ceased operations across the United States. Established in 1964 as a part of President Lyndon B. Johnson's War on Poverty, Job Corps has long served as a vital resource to youth aged 16 to 24, offering free vocational training, high school education, and residential support. The program provided a lifetime of disadvantaged youth seeking a path to self sufficiency and professional success. Over the decades, Job Corps centers across the country offered hands on training and in industries such as healthcare, construction, information technology, and hospitality. The program was widely praised, and helped at-risk youth find stable employment and reduce poverty related to challenges in undeserved communities. It said the decision to close the program marks the end of an era and has sparked concern among education advocates, workforce development leaders, and former participants. Many worry about the long-term impact on job readiness, resources for vulnerable populations, particularly in rural and inner city areas where access to opportunity is already limited. While the reasons behind the nationwide shutdown have not been fully detailed, the closure signals a major shift in federal workforce development priorities. As the nation grapples with evolving labor market demands and technological disruption, the absence of Job Corps leaves a significant gap in the country's educational and training safety net. Former students, alumni, and staff have taken to social media to share their experience and express gratitude to the program's lasting impact even as they lament its closure. For many, Job Corps was more than a training program, it was a turning point in their lives. The legacy of Job Corps will be remembered for its decades of service in helping young Americans build better futures through hard work, education, and opportunity. I feel bad. I feel real bad for the young people who that was their only option. And what do I mean by that? I told y'all I am a former staff of Job Corps. I worked there for several years. And what a lot of people don't know is it's basically a lot of times a young person will get in a little trouble and they'll get to court and the judge will, instead of the judge giving them jail time, the judge will sentence them to sign up for Job Corps within a certain amount of time. So they might get picked up for shoplifting. They might be a repeated offender for shoplifting or whatever. And the judge will see that and say, okay, it seems like you can't get it right here. So let's give you another opportunity to get your life on track. So you have 3 months to sign up for Job Corps and you have 6 months to leave. So that's typically what happens. However, there are a lot of students that get sent to Job Corps from court that really are homeless. Job Corps is their home. You know, they're there, but they don't have anywhere to go when they leave. There are many foster care students that attend Job Corps once they age out of foster care. And when they finish Job Corps, they don't have nowhere to go. So it's like if Job Corps closes, they are literally on the street. They are literally on the streets. So let me go over to TikTok real quick. Give me a moment. I'm gonna come and take a look at your comments. Give me a moment. Let me pull this up. Cause there's one young lady I wanted to you know what? Hold on. It's probably already here. Here we go. Okay. So let me see. You said I had family members who went through and received their degree in trade. Yes, it's a lot of success stories. And I'm not telling you what I think, I'm telling you what I know. There are a lot of success stories through their program. So I would like to know what made this come about. Aretha, you said, I'm concerned about how many people will not get education since they're choosing, especially for the ones who get kicked out of regular school. Yeah, yeah. It's he said the Job Corps was at Tuskegee Institute when I was a student there. They have done this to gather bodies for their new convict leasing program. Coach G, parents, grab your children and help them understand that struggles don't last always, and the mental state of our children are so critical. And we, yeah, yeah, y'all. It's a very different time. The grace and mercy that we had growing up, I don't think it's available right now for these young people. And they need to understand like they don't have a lot of time to waste their life's decision. So let's get into this next video. Give me one moment. So, in this next video it says nowhere to go. Thousands of Job Corps students face homelessness after sudden nationwide shutdown. So let's see what's going on here. Can y'all hear? Oh, here we go.
Nobody's asking you nothing? They just said you got to be gone within 3 days. Okay, so you get your duffel bag and pack your stuff. What's your next step? Probably a shelter. A shelter. Yeah. Okay, so you have nowhere to go. Nowhere. Nobody. What are they telling you? Like your counselors or anything? Nobody's asking you nothing? Nope. They just said you got to be gone within 3 days.
So if y'all can hear this young lady, she said the staff at the Job Corps she's at, they told her she got to get her stuff and pack it, and she has to be gone from the property, from the place within 3 days. The Job Corps center she's at.
Okay, so you get your duffel bag and pack your stuff. What's your next step? Probably a shelter. A shelter.
So the young lady behind the camera said, "So you get your duffel bag. What's next?" The young lady said, "Probably a shelter. She don't have anywhere to go."
Okay, so you have
received additional information that we have to arrange travel for all of our students for Monday. So there's a process, there is a checklist, and we're going to do everything that we're supposed to do to make sure that you have everything that you need in safe travel back to your home. If you don't have a home, the counselors will be your point of contact. You need to notify them that you are homeless because we have to then find other arrangements for those students that don't have a place to go.
Oh my goodness, y'all. Did y'all hear this?
Receive the
Somebody said, F Trump and the government, they're doing their best to keep us stuck, poor, and uneducated. It's truly up to us to save ourselves. Trust me when I say our new recession blueprint is the most essential product. Okay, they're selling some. But go over there and follow Unfiltered Reality Zero. If you're interested in the product that they're selling. And read through the comments of all the success stories as well. Listen. Oh, they're gonna, yeah, she said they were going to get them home. They're getting everybody home. And if they are homeless, they were to let the counselor know that they are homeless so that they can, I guess, help them find other resources. But this is so sad. This is so sad. I don't know what to say. Like, th- ooh, I just hope and pray that most of them were able to at least leave with a certification, so that they can at least find some type of work or create a job for themselves. I'm going to put in a phone call to my former boss and probably get her to make a statement, and I'll put it on record and let y'all hear from a supervisor or a manager over the program that I was in and hear what from their point of view how this has affected the city there. But not only did Job Corps provide education and training for the attendees, it provided government jobs for the staff. So now you have all these thousands of people around the country that now need to figure out what they're going to do. The Job Corps Center was I worked at, everybody was there. They died on their job. You hear me? People worked there till they died or retired. They didn't leave those positions because it had good government pay, great benefits. You know what I mean? So now it's like, what y'all gonna do now? Especially in those small towns, because if you're not familiar with Job Corps, most Job Corps centers are located on an old military base. Years ago, it used to be a military base. So you still they have underground bunkers, they have the dorms, everything that a military base had was there at Job Corps. So now it's like, so if y'all are going to empty out all of these properties, what does the government plan to do with that empty space? I don't know. That's a question for you all. That's a question for you all. Acres and acres of now soon to be abandoned, empty, not useful. It's useful property, but it's not being used. What do you think the people, the new administration is going to do with that particular asset that's no longer being used? Like, I'm moving on. It's much I could say, but I'm gonna filter it and I'm gonna leave that conversation for the elephant in the room. What do you all think? I know y'all been putting your feedback down in the comments. Um, you said in reality, yeah, it is scary. Mental health is lethal, and you become attached. Job Corps is the pulse to the youth and adult survivor. Oh my God, yeah. In small cities, that's probably one of the biggest employers in small cities. Especially the one I worked in. Like it was the school system, the hospital, then Job Corps. 80% of the city, oh, in the local college. So the top four employers in that city where I used to live nearby, it was the school system, the hospital. The school system was the number one employer in the city, then the hospital, the local college. It had two, it had an HBCU and a local one, right? Those two colleges combined, and then Job Corps. Job Corps was in the top five employers in that little city. So now, I'm just talking about the little city that I know. This is going around nationwide. Job Corps employed so many people, you know what I mean, and put them in a middle class, in the middle class of income earners. I know this for a fact. So now they have to pivot and figure out what they're going to do, how they're going to take their skills. And hopefully, I pray that God blesses them all to recover. But this is huge. Not only are the children going to be homeless, the students are going to be homeless, but now you have families who have lived well as government employees who now don't have that income, don't have that income. Especially if not they're not at retirement age, they gotta go out and find something to do. Now, the older ones, they probably get their pension and go on about their business, but we'll see. We shall see. So speaking of Job Corps, Morris Brown College offers a lifeline to displaced Job Corps students. So Morris Brown College in Atlanta has offered to house and open up their educational facilities for college for Job Corps students who have the hopes and desires to go to college. So shout out to the president over at Morris Brown and their administration over there for even coming up with this as an opportunity for those Job Corps students. And I hope that the students and the parents and the caregivers and counselors and mentors take advantage of that invitation and I think now they will take life seriously, being that Job Corps, that safety net, the rug literally was snatched from under them. Every day is a new day to do something new and different. Yeah. Yeah, now they have to figure it out. Those that come home to their city, they have to go to trade school or vocational school. But the thing with that is funds have to be available. And the first thing that administration did was take away grants. And I know that I bear witness to that personally. The first thing they did was take away grants. And they're not finished yet, honey. They just got started. So Morris Brown offers a lifeline to displaced students from the Job Corps. So I hope they take advantage of that invitation and go and try to get focused on their education so that life can at least appear a little bit better. A little bit better. And I'm going to end this segment with, I'm looking for it now. I'm strolling, trying to find it. Trying to find it. It's there. Give me a moment. Give me a moment, you guys. Chat amongst yourselves while I pull up this next video. Give me a moment. Mm-mm. I know it's here because I queued it up. You know, sometimes I get so busy talking and my queued up clips, they disappear, I guess because on the platform it makes the platform think that my laptop is dormant and it closes out the screens and it is so annoying. It's so annoying, but give me a moment. Hopefully I can find it. There we go. Woo, child, I found it. Thank y'all so much for hanging in there with me. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm like, I know it's there. I know it's there. Okay, let's go. Okay, so to close out our segment about Job Corps and going into the HBCU era, you all, the HBCUs, and this has been happening for a couple of months now, a couple of months, little by little by little, the grants have been cut at all of the HBCUs. The financial support has been pulled from all of the HBCUs, and little by little, they're taking away all the government funding for HBCUs. So here's the thing, what I'm saying. If you are an HBCU alum, please support your HBCU and provide them with some financial aid, some financial assistance, whatever you can spare. And if you are a supporter or a sympathizer of the Black community and you just want to give back, this is a great way to send your donations, and I'm pretty sure they will be tax refundable. So HBCUs forced to pause research and rethink their mission Over $140 million in Black focused grants are slashed under this new administration's policies. See, this is stuff that you're not going to see in the news. Yes, sir. So historically Black colleges and universities are facing a crisis as over $150 million in federal grants um, tied to diversity, equity, and inclusion, DEI, are being terminated under this era policies aimed at dismantling DEI programs. Schools like Morgan State and Florida A&M have lost millions in funding and research for research, scholarships, student development programs. The cuts have forced HBCUs to pause critical research, cancel internships, and rethink their missions. Many leaders are staying silent to avoid further political backlash. Even as students and faculty face immediate impacts, though new efforts under the Biden administration aim to restore support, the damage has already put the future of DEI linked opportunities and, in some cases, institution survival at risk. So, you all, I need for you all to follow what's happening without me saying who are the students, what is the demographic of students that attend Job Corps? Can y'all put it in the chat? What is the ethnic and cultural demographic of students that attend Job Corps? I'm gonna pause until y'all give me some answers in the chat. What are the demographic makeup of the students that attend Job Corps from what you all remember? And then, as I'm speaking and talking about the HBCUs losing their funding, if you're new here and you're not familiar with HBCU, that means historically Black college. Peter D said, we will have to do what we did in the 70s, pool our resources and make it happen for Black children. You are absolutely right. You are absolutely right. Because um, from what I know, thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Black and Latino, poor Latino, Mexican, okay? Black and Latino, but more so, Black students are the ones that attend Job Corps, Black young people. It depends on the geographical area. I, Texas, it may be more Latino, maybe more Mexicans or Indians, but they are not European. Very few Europeans, you know, attend Job Corps. So when you think about funding and why it was so easy to to end that program, not give them a year to get it together, a year. They didn't give them a year notice. They told them that Job Corps centers would be shut down June 30th and ended up telling them they had to June 3rd to vacate the properties, to end the programs and send all the children home. Do y'all hear me? It was mostly our nieces and nephews benefiting from in attending Job Corps centers. So now let's move it up to the educational level. Now you have the HBCUs, which it's not just Black students at the HBCU. Nowadays, you're gonna find a whole bunch of white children at the HBCU too. But lo and behold, because it have the B, HBCU, B standing for Black, they are pulling funding from any and everything that identifies, that's separate from a regular institution. So when a person when you're at war and see a lot of and we're at war and we didn't even notice. A lot of us knew this was going to happen, but a lot of us didn't care. But the first thing your enemy is going to attack is your ability to take care of yourself. And they're going to attack what you love. That's a whole nother conversation about how proud we are as Black people when it comes to our sacrifice to education, how we have poured into educating ourselves and educating our families. And that is what has pulled us up by the bootstraps, which is being educated so that we can get into rooms and spaces and to make a better life for our children. So we have been faced with an attack on the core of Black families, which is providing opportunities for us to continue to educate our nieces, nephews, and children. Think about that. I'm just here to put it out there to give y'all something to think about and hopefully discuss among yourselves and with your families because I didn't see this conversation taking place anywhere else. And even Attorney Crump, he even shared it on his profile as well. So it's out there. Says HBCUs real as Trump cuts Black focused grants. This is our existence. So Attorney Ben Crump said Tennessee State and other HBCUs are losing millions of federal grants under anti-DEI crackdown, crippling research, canceling scholarships, and threatening dreams. Targeting programs that uplift Black students isn't race neutral policies. It's systematic to ensure inaction. So shout out to Attorney Ben Crump for bringing some awareness to this. And like I said, you all can probably find it if you search for it. This was something that I saw, and it just, you know, made me feel like I needed to let others know not only is it Morgan State or Tennessee State, it's Alabama State. They terminated a privately funded scholarship for Black medical students in response to threats from the new administration. As America continues to face a serious shortage of doctors, the University of Alabama in Birmingham, UAB, has ended a privately funded scholarship meant to support Black medical students following pressure from the new administration. The Herschel Lee Hamilton MD Endowed Scholarship in Medicine, launched in 2013, was designed to help cover medical school tuition for Black students with a financial need who maintained at least a 3.0 GPA. The scholarship was funded by the Hamilton family along with other private donors, and UAB was responsible for selecting the recipients. On February 14th, the new administration issued a Dear Colleague letter stating that race based criteria and scholarship decisions were a violation of federal law. 1 month later, the Department of Education revealed that it was investigating UAB and six other universities for offering what is called an illegal race based scholarship. By April 11th, UAB informed donors that the university would no longer award the scholarship and would return the funds in notice. UAB explained that after reviewing the federal guidance, it concluded that the scholarship criteria couldn't be legally adjusted without changing its original purpose. Many, including Dr. Hamilton's family, expressed disappointment over the decision, and they argue that the move undermined critical efforts to uplift Black students in medicine and erases the legacy of a man who dedicated his life to supporting his community. Y'all, this is, this is, listen, if y'all don't feel like it is something you need to do for yourself after seeing these people take away money, Greetings, Brother Charles. You are exactly right. Listen, they are attacking you from, listen, they are telling Black people you can't give Black children money to even go to college. They are telling Black people you cannot even pool your resources to send Black young people to college. Imagine that. And and as I just brought to your attention, all of that that has happened with the Job Corps centers, Morris Brown offering to take in Job Corps students to educate them and house them, and now that I have, you know, showed y'all that HBCUs have been attacked through their financial funding, this is what I want you all to see right here. HBCUs are responsible for 85% of all Black doctors, 80% of all Black federal judges, 75% of all Black PhDs, 75% of all Black military officers, 75% of all Black veterinarians, 50% of all Black pharmacists, 50% of Black attorneys, 46% of all Black business executives, and 40% of all Black dentists. If you didn't know, now you know. They are not just attacking, us because of the color and the melanin in our skin. They are trying to cripple the intelligence that exists among us, and they are trying to dismantle the possibilities of us ever becoming or being available to our community. It's okay if y'all don't want us to be your doctor. We'll be a doctor to Black people. It's okay, right? It's okay if you don't want me to pull your medicine. We will pull medicine and we will develop healing for Black people. It is quite okay if you don't want to retain me as your attorney because I'm Black. We will represent, advocate for our own people. But no, they don't want that. They don't want us to have education or credentials that stand side by side with them. And see, this is the part we spend a lot of time playing or finding other things to do with this internet, and that's fine. Do what you want to do, but I don't want us to overlook what is happening because for a long time we have been caught up in a trial for over 30 days. And while we've been lulled to sleep in a trial for over 30 days, they have been slashing funding, taking away financial opportunities right up under our nose because everybody is so enamored about baby oil and astroglide. The whole time, your children's education is being affected and impacted in a big way. So understand that when something silly is happening in our community that we are all enamored about and it's trending, understand that when we are trending for foolishness, they are over there pulling the rug from up under us. We have to stop falling for the okie doke. It's a lot been happening while many of us have been tuning in every day to a trumped up trial, in my opinion, to keep our attention over there. So, what are we going to do about this? And that's a question you ask yourself where your own children and family are concerned. Because these are numbers right here. I don't have time to guesstimate. The facts are right in front of you. This is what HBCUs have been producing. So now that you see this, now you understand why they are slashing and pulling monies out of the HBCUs. Let me see what y'all talking about. Welcome everybody. If you're new here, go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe. Yes, sir. We have to do something different. We cannot continue on business as usual. Just because there's war going on over there, there's an actual war that has been going on over here, and we're the only ones that are just clueless to what's happening with our own selves and right next door. With that being said, we are here today with our nephews. Shout out to Shiloh. He is an HBCU alum. Shout out to the Jackson State University alumni, y'all. That's not my institution, but I am very honored that they helped produce and make the young man who we call our nephew Shiloh Sanders. He earned a master's degree in organizational leadership from the University of Colorado. He also earned his bachelor's degree in organizational leadership from Jackson State University before transferring to Colorado. And congratulations, Shiloh, job well done. So many of us, we have had the pleasure of, wow, yes, ma'am, Cortia. See, and that's unfortunate. Alabama in the state of Louisiana. We have to, Brother Charles. We have to. We have to. We have to. The time for just talking is over. We have to do something. And we can't be afraid. We cannot be afraid to unite. So speaking of Shiloh, we have watched the Sanders family for years. Many of us, we've gotten to know them through reality television and Coach Prime inviting us into their homes, into their home. And we have gotten to watch these young men grow up from babies, right? I think Shalomar was like maybe 8, 7 or 8 when she was first on reality TV. We watched Shiloh grow up through his growing pains. We watched him be a menace. We watched him get reprimanded and punished and get in fights with his siblings. We've seen him take boxing lessons, and we saw them play sports, football and baseball. We have watched these children grow up to the fact that many of us, it feels like they are actually our family. Can't nobody tell me these ain't my real nephews and nieces because they are. We remember Truth Academy, all of that. So it's a beautiful thing to see that Shiloh had embraced his culture in his community, and even though they were transitioning to Colorado, he stayed steadfast and finished his degree at JSU because he actually, it appeared to me that he wanted that experience.